Devils Sunday. This is the Woo Report, streaming live on Facebook Live, Twitter Live, YouTube Live, and Twitch on the Primetime Radio Network. I am your host, Sam Woo. This is episode 82. The Devils protection list for the Kraken expansion draft is out on NHL.com. Amanda Stein putting that out this morning. Not really a surprise. I want to get your reaction, rapid reaction, on the protection list. Let's start with who's protected. Well, that's obvious. Nico Hischier, Devils captain, is protected. Jesper Bratt is protected. Jani Kokkonen is protected. Remember that trade with the Carolina Hurricanes? Thank you, Sammy Vatanen, for bringing him to New Jersey. Mikey McLeod, or is it Mikey McLeon? I'm not sure. I know Beer Baron is very happy about that. Some debate, would he be left unprotected? Some writers, NHL writers, kind of toss that out there for a little clickbait. I don't know. Mikey McLeod just signed that 2-year contract. Yegor Sharangovich, who would ever thought that a year ago, that he would be protected? Miles Wood is protected. And Pavel Zacha is protected. Had a great season last season. As the Devils, Tom Fitzgerald protects 7 forwards. So he went with 7-3-1 formula. So let's recap. Hischier, Bratt, Kokkonen, McLeod, or McLeon, whichever you prefer. Sharangovich, Miles Wood, Zacha are ineligible to be picked by the Seattle Kraken. The 3 defensemen acquired during last season: Jonas Siegenthaler, as expected; Damon Severson, as expected; and, of course, newly acquired through trade with the Colorado Avalanche, Ryan Graves is also protected. There are your 3 defensemen. And, of course, Mackenzie Blackwood also protected. Now, let's, as what Amanda Stein noted, Jack Hughes and Ty Smith were not eligible for the expansion draft, which they did not require any protection because of how many years of service that they have played in the NHL. Omar, I'm going to get to your comment in the Facebook Live. I'm concerned about Bastian to be taken. I am too, and I'm going to sound off on that. But let's also, aside from Nathan Bastian, also who's eligible. We talked about who's not eligible. Let's talk about who's eligible. PK Subban and his big fat contract is available. Will Butcher is available. Ryan Murray is available. Connor Carrick is available to Seattle with Andres Janssen, or as what Beer Baron and Scotty would say, Andre Johnson. Nathan Bastian and Nick Merkley are amongst the forwards and defensemen that are exposed. Goaltenders Scott Wedgwood, Evan Cormier, and Aaron Dell are exposed to the expansion draft, which will take place July 21st. It's upcoming week. Let us know what you're thinking, Devils fans, as the protection list is out. Nothing too surprising here. Now, let's get to Omar's comment, because I was very adamant about keeping the BMW line together at all costs, because chemistry is something you can't buy in the NHL. Analytics can't really measure chemistry, but they can measure results. That line had a lot of energy, and yes, the Devils did bring in Ryan Graves, but my concern is there's just not enough beef with this lineup. At times, Devils were getting pushed around, and I'm not saying Nathan Bastian is the end-all, be-all, but again, it's not a lack of talent on this team, but it's about playing for each other and protecting each other. And that's what you saw during the Stanley Cup playoffs, especially the Montreal Canadiens and the Tampa Bay Lightning, just to name a couple. Even the New York Islanders, they played for each other and they stuck up for each other. We can't have, the Devils can't have Jesper Bratt doing the enforcing. No. And Nathan Bastian, he is talented. He is talented. I mean, you know, it would be sad to see him go. But again, you only have a handful of players to protect. What are your thoughts? Good thing Kevin Ball and Nolan Foote and Boquist did not need protection. The future looks bright in New Jersey. My guess, possibly Butcher or PK would go before Bastian. But what is Ron Francis thinking? Did you see the unprotected list? The unprotected list by other teams in the NHL. That is a factor with the flat salary cap. That is a factor. We should really go over that as well, because that also alters the decision making of Ron Francis, and I'm sure newly hired Dave Haskell, the Kraken head coach, would have a say in some of this. Carey Price, maybe the thinking, I think I read it somewhere, the thinking is that his price is too high, no pun intended, with that salary cap. Tarasenko is available. Gabriel Landeskog is available. Mark Giordano, Jonathan Drouin, to name a few. Exposed to the expansion draft. Now, there's something that I even thought about this morning as I'm reading the unprotected. Gabriel Landeskog, they would actually have I believe, the rights to negotiate with him, because his contract, he's going to be scheduled to be a free agent very soon. And, you know, if Seattle gave the same contract as Colorado, Seattle would have the advantage in negotiations for somebody like Landeskog. You know what? Because we forget about this. Aside from the salary cap, player incentive to relocate financially, the state of Washington, where Seattle's located, does not have state income tax. They would have the same advantages as the Tampa Bay Lightning, Florida Panthers, Dallas Stars, states that do not have that dreaded state income tax, like New Jersey having an inflated state income tax. The money will go further in the state of Washington. And oh boy, isn't that going to be a big advantage against the newly created rival of the Vancouver Canucks and the Seattle Kraken? I don't know. But just wanted to put that out there. But the Devils, most likely, I'm thinking it's between Butcher and PK Subban that be taken. PK Subban for obvious reasons. But again, he comes with a high price tag. He comes with a very high price tag. And now that you see other players that are unprotected, would Ron Francis go bold and actually take Carey Price and his big contract? It's scary. It's taking a gamble. It's really taking a gamble. And we're going to go in more depth later on the Sunday night podcast. Scotty from SiriusXM Liquid Metal and I will be going full throttle, going through all the rumors, all the speculation, analysis, what we're thinking. But can you imagine if the Seattle Kraken takes PK Subban? Boy, it's going to be really fun for Tom Fitzgerald to get to that cap floor. Woo-wee! Because he has to. Maybe that's what Scott O'Neill, then CEO of Harris Blitzer Sports Entertainment, said that, hey, he's got permission to spend money. Well, actually, really, he has to spend money. It's in the collective bargaining agreement. But you know what I like about Tom Fitzgerald so far as the GM of the New Jersey Devils? He does not overspend. What a great trade. What a great trade he made for Ryan Graves. And he's not done yet. That's the thing. He is not done yet. Things still need to be played out. The Devils have 2 first-round draft picks. It's coming up on Friday night. We will announce it on tonight's podcast, but we have a relocation of the venue. We will get to that Sunday night. We'll put it out on social media and blast it of our NHL draft party. Our DJ has confirmed. We've got confirmation. The Shorts guy, he'll be there. A couple of our friends. I know a lot of you have been private messaging us. And, yeah. So we will announce where and when and how and all that. It's all being put together. Unfortunately, we had to do that. And we will let you know tonight. Also, Wednesday, the big expansion draft day starts at 8 p.m. Eastern. Nick Villano and I, State of the Fan address. It will be a special. It will be a special as we are going live on our Wednesday, normal Wednesday, 8:30 p.m., but we're probably going to start early at 8. And as the expansion draft happens, please join us on all of our social media pages, live, on Facebook Live, Twitter Live, YouTube Live, and Twitch. Thomas Roberts says, may have to overpay someone to hit the cap floor. Yeah, you know what? I'm available. You can overpay me. You can cut me all you want. I just cut me the check. That's all that matters. But it's good to see everybody on a happy Devil Sunday morning talking a little hockey as the protection list has come out. All good things. And, yeah, so we'll be back later tonight for the Sunday podcast talking about the protection list, unprotected list, scenarios, trade rumors. Yeah. Oh, there's the music. And this is really the most wonderful time when we're talking about expansion draft and we're talking about NHL draft and free agency. The next 4 weeks is going to be amazing as we try to get back to normalcy for the 2021-2022 NHL season. We'll see you tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern. Keep it here. Cross your fingers. It'll all work out in the end. Till next time, this is the Woo Report. Let's go, Devils.